Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back for another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording Saturday, October 11th. 2 preseason games down, 2 to go. And we're here. How you doing, Sam?
Doing good. Excited. First time recording on a Saturday in probably 4 months. I think all summer long we were able to just do the bulk on Friday and move on with it. But now there are games back. There's just different ways to do content now. So this should be a fun show. We're going to break down a little bit of the first 2 preseason games, go through some winners and losers, maybe pick 1 or 2 each and talk about who's impressed, who hasn't. We'll go through emails. We haven't gotten to do that since Monday, so we should have a couple. I know RJ sent some in. We'll go around the league, talk about LeBron, talk about Giannis, then we'll do the rat list and get up out of here. It should be a fun show. Stick around through all of it. We're here every single day, so subscribe to the channel. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. We've got game recaps back up here now. The morning after each game, another videos on the channel between. Plus, pregame is live half hour before every single game, so come hang out with us. But without further ado, 2 preseason games down, 2 to go. Who's sticking out, Jack? We can go back and forth. We can go winner, winner, loser, loser, and then go from there. Maybe honorable mentions after. Who's the biggest winner so far?
The biggest winner so far? I mean, it's between 2 guys. So I'll go with Josh Minot. I think he's been the biggest winner, at least in my eyes. I think going into the preseason game, he was relatively unproven. There were some uncertainties. Like, could he be a part of this rotation? Could he actually play, for the Celtics team? What about the 3-point shot? Is he disciplined enough? And he's just been a wrecking ball on both ends. He's been a ball magnet. He's been getting steals. He's been getting blocks. He's been doing everything at a very, very high level. And I've been very impressed with the way he's impacted winning through these first 2 games.
Yeah, Minot's become quickly one of my favorite Celtics. I said it on the recap of game 2. It just seems like he is the perfect guy to come in after, a summer of turmoil, summer of change, and be a representation of what Celtics fans can be excited about down the line. He's somebody who you can see easily fitting in when the team is at a more competitive level. Like, not to say they're not going to be competitive this year. It's tough to really gauge through these first 2 games because they haven't really played against steep competition. But before the subs came in yesterday, they were really putting a beat down on the Raptors. Like, they looked good. They were doing what they were supposed to do. And if his jump shot comes along at all, that's like the one thing, like, where you can really be like,
That's a big
haven't loved this so far, right? Like, don't feel confident in him shooting threes. Even with that being said, he's done a really good job of making himself an offensive threat in other ways. Does a good job of cutting without the ball. Sprints the floor in transition. Yesterday in Toronto, he got 2 buckets easy. Well, easy-ish if you count that alley-oop finish he had from Wendell Moore, where he was like behind the backboard and he still put it in somehow. If you count those as easy buckets, he got that just from running the floor and putting himself in position to score the basketball. And I think he has a good understanding of spacing where he may be able to be impactful without being a knockdown shooter. But definitely want to see that come along.
Yeah, I think he can play night 1. I think he should be a good part or a big part of the Celtics rotation this season. I think Joe Mazzulla likes him just based on the way we've seen, him coach him, the way we've seen Josh Minot get minutes, but we'll have to wait and see. Who's your guy? Who's your first stock up guy?
So this is relative to what I expected. Okay. There's another guy that definitely should get a shout, and it might have been the other person that you were going to pick. I'm going to pick Ugo. Just think Ugo's been far more impressive than we expected him to be. Like, we talked about it after game 2, right? There's a real chance that he's like ready for some minutes. A week ago, I don't think either of us would have been like, expect to see Ugo play minutes this year. I think we were really sold on the idea he would be up in Maine, which he still may be, and he wouldn't hardly play at all for the Celtics. Like, very similar to what we saw from Baylor Shireman last year, where the opportunities were few and far between. They really only came March and April after the All-Star break. With the way he's carried himself and the way he's been able to defend through these 2 games, it seems like there's a real pathway for him to get minutes. Not to mention Mazzulla seems to love him. He's just had nothing but good things to say. You guys were right by the bench in Memphis. Like you said, Joe was talking to him the whole time. he was just extremely excited to get in his ear, tell him what to do, what he was doing right, what he can improve on, and try and help him grow. And on the broadcast, Scal mentioned there's a lot of things that he's picked up from playing professionally in Spain that a lot of rookies don't have yet. Just instinctive things where he's not really getting knocked off his line on defense. He's able to hold his own. I just really like what we've seen from him so far. I've been so surprised. Hadn't expected that at all. And because I had no expectations, I think that's what makes him the big winner. Like, it's like, whoa, this is completely different than what we thought.
Yeah, I think summer league he had the ball in his hands too much, and now he's in a spot where he just never has to control the ball, which at this point in his career is probably what's ideal for him. And so he's being able to focus on the things that he does best in terms of off ball cutting, in terms of energy defense, and kind of just going from there. So I think it's looked good. Chris Boucher was the other guy I was thinking of. It was him and Josh Minot.
Yes.
Like, Chris Boucher's looked really, really good through these first few games. His energy, his defense, his 3-point shooting came alive in that Raptors game at least a little bit. So he deserves an honorable mention at the very least. Stock down, Sam. Who are you looking at?
Baylor. We've seen a lot of Baylor, haven't seen a lot of good Baylor. He had a stretch in the Memphis game, like his first stint, where he was playing, like, this is in his defense, where he was playing the most similar role to what he would play off the bench. And he looked solid, like made a couple catch and shoot threes, didn't have to have the ball in his hand very often. As soon as they started to ask him to do a lot, he started to struggle. The Toronto game was a disaster. He was out there to man the ship with all the kids, the two-way guys at the end of the game, and they melted down, had turnovers in the fourth quarter. He just looked atrocious. Couldn't really get out of his own way, couldn't create anything. All of his shots were like difficult shots. Felt like he was settling. I'm going to pull up the box score now just to double check how many turnovers they had, how many he was responsible for in the meltdown. Let's see. Baylor Shireman had 5 turnovers. So didn't take great care of the basketball for somebody who's supposed to be a player who can handle the ball off the bench, who can give you that extra look as a playmaker. Just haven't seen any skill that sticks out that you're like, okay, yeah, that's why he should be out there over Ugo or Jordan Walsh or any Josh Minot, like any of the other wings off the bench.
Baylor's, it's been a rough couple games for him. The turnovers, the defense, the shooting, like scoring. I don't even care as much about the scoring and the shooting. Like, obviously that has to come around. But like I said on the pod we did after the Raptors game, like in summer league, he wasn't shooting the ball well, but you could tell he was doing everything else right. Right now, it just feels like he can't find his footing. And I don't know if it's the fast pace they're playing at, him not being able to keep up. I don't know if it's, just general nerves or general, rust coming back, but he's just been a bit all over the place, and it hasn't been great for him so far. But for me, it's Neemias Queta. He's only played in one game, and there's plenty of time for him to turn it around. You can tell he's a talented player, all that, but all the stuff that people have been worried about, and I have been worried about with Neemias Queta for the last 2 years, just showed up plain as day in the Raptors game. He was slow to get to his positioning. He was turning the ball over. He was fouling and setting illegal screens. He was missing rebound opportunities. It was not what you wanted to see for a guy's first time on the court in a season where he is supposed to be the starting center. So it was a pretty brutal start for Queta against the Raptors.
Yeah, we had a fun time on the game recap talking about just how unimpressive this was from him after we spent the entire last 2 months after Eurobasket being like, what if he's just all of a sudden different and he's ready for the increased role. So far it doesn't look like it, and it doesn't hurt as bad because just about everybody else, especially Boucher and Garza, who are front court additions, have played really well and impressed. But I mean, we were banking a lot as like a community on him developing a little bit, and it just hasn't happened. It kind of sucks. It was one game, like who knows, maybe he's going to be able to bounce back on Sunday, bounce back on Wednesday, be ready for an opener against Philly. Like, guys have off nights. He just really was. The problem with like his game is if you look at the box score, you're just like, oh, he wasn't involved that much. Like, he was like 2 of 3 from the field. Didn't have an awful shooting day, wasn't missing a bunch of shots at the rim like we've seen in the past. But it's the things that we had hoped would kind of come along mentally. The instinctive things, the positioning, being ready, like spacing the floor great on offense without being a shooter. We didn't really see any of that. Just screening. Like nothing was really impressive. You'll have better things to say about all this than me. But it just was not much to be excited about with the intangibles.
No, he looked out of position on both ends, like far too often for a guy who should be starting on opening night. But again, there's plenty of time, and we'll see if he can turn it around. But before we continue, I need to tell you guys about Prizepicks. Prizepicks, the best place to get real money sports action. This baseball season baseball season's in the playoffs. I meant football season. Football season. If you want to get the action on Prizepicks, make sure to go on over there and check it out. Prizepicks. This episode is brought to you by Prizepicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prizepicks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any excitement this football season on Prizepicks, where it's good to be right. Prizepicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times the same lineup if you want. Drake may pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns. You can check it out. So make sure to jump on over there to Prizepicks. Sam and I do the Prizepicks every single pregame show. We take the more on Jaylen Brown points during the season. We'll take the more on Derek White blocks. We'll take the less on opposing player points. It's a fun time. Download the Prizepicks app and use code CLNST at $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNST at $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prizepicks. It's good to be right. Okay.
Can't wait to stack. We haven't gotten to stack yet.
Yes.
First pregame stack's going to be unbelievable.
Yes. We haven't gotten the chance to stack. All right. Emails. Reminders always, you guys can email us at hbtcpod@gmail.com. That's hbtcpod@gmail.com. We have a few today to go over, so let me find them here. Let me clear out some of the junk emails that we haven't cleared out either. Philip Hart says, preseason material leaked. Fella, somehow I got a hold of Bill Nye and Joe Mazzulla's secret collaboration of Preseason Simulator. It has sound after the first clip. Click tips and notes at the bottom. Tips to win, focus on either prestige or growth, not both. Use endurance as a resource to gain prestige and growth, but occasionally you should pick options that steer towards gaining endurance, resting. There's some RNG built into randomized events, so it doesn't mean, oh my God, notes. There are multiple endings with better contracts. There's one event with Jack, one with Sam. It took longer to debug the game than create it. Could you share the link with the channel? Oh my God. Holy shit. It's a game. He made us a game.
Whoa.
Okay. Hopefully, I want to play the game. I do have to leave this Airbnb or this hotel in an hour, so hopefully this game isn't too long, but let's play. Oh my God, it's loud. I'm going to mute the screen audio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I don't know how to the volume setting. Brad has chosen you. But Joe's eyes are upon you. Celtics training camp, the preseason are grueling, and on the mind and the body, will you survive? Will you make the cut? Make it through 10 days without your endurance dropping to 0 and earn a roster spot by reaching 10 growth and 10 prestige. Or 10 prestige. Okay. Begin day 1. The shooting machines, the center, thud and rhythm. The higher center is buzzing with activity in a dark room. You watch laser pointers looped on clips, and assistant quizzes you on weak side rotations. Recite the coverage and next pass. Ask for one more angle. Stay quiet and take notes. I think ask for one more.
You think ask for one more? Okay. We can I was leaning towards stay quiet.
Okay. It's up to you. Pick one.
Let's stay quiet, see if it helps our endurance.
Growth. Shooting machines chatter while barbells solid if unremarkable. Joe tells you use a fox trick, sell the fake. Growth +1. Okay. Sure. It's late night in the garden and the crowd is rowdy for some preseason blood. You're tasked with defending a shifty score in a 10-minute stretch. Slide like a crab, no middle. Top lock off, the pin down, play safe, avoid fouls. I think avoid fouls.
Avoid fouls, definitely a good one.
Yep. It's late in the garden and the crowd is rowdy for some preseason. Joe tells you clean but quiet. Close out like the Cobras. Strike, don't drift. Great. Endurance, -1. Uh-oh. Yikes. The parquet gleams under television lights like a stage. Ball swings to you. Defender closes late. Extra pass to the corner. Green light. Wonder will pull up, reset, and call a set. Extra pass to the corner. Green light seems free.
Yes, absolutely.
Yup. +2 growth. +1 prestige. Big. Bench your ups. Smell of sweat and the squeak of sneakers. Saturate the R-back center. Feels like home. Derek White runs a closeout gauntlet. Chop hands high. No foul. Eat the space in the wall without fouling. Angle the drive to help, play conservative to avoid all fouls. I think avoid all fouls still. I think we still avoid fouls, but
let's do the first one.
Eat the space and wall without fouling. Okay. Great. Yeah. +1 prestige, +2 growth. Perfect. Textbook contest. Okay, the evening weather is perfect, so you decide to go out. A teammate drags you to Hanover Street. Smells like heaven. Carb load responsibly. Order everything. Share and save a little. Skip dessert early night. I mean,
Skip
surely we
dessert.
just
Gotta
skip
stay in
dessert early
shape.
night. +1 endurance. Great.
Oof.
Body stays sharp. Foam bowl rises. That's fine. We get endurance. It's an afternoon tilt, and families fill the stands of the garden. Gang rebound blares in the huddle. Flying for the board. Box out like a rhino, or get back in transition. I feel like flying for the board. Surely.
I think box out.
Okay. That works. +2 growth. Joe tells you must have a honey badger mentality. Comfort is a myth. Perfect. Endurance is running low. Smell of sweat and the squeak of sneakers saturate the Auerbach Center. Feels like home. Young reporter named Sam LaFrance asks you about the new Celtics edition jerseys. You love them. No comment. They're trash. No comment. No
They're
comment.
trash.
No. Have to no comment. I'm overruling you. No comment. We're not.
We're gonna lose
There's
the
no
game.
shot. We're not your trashing. That would not work. That would not work for Joe. Soft fog rolls from the harbor as neon flickers. You stumble upon an outdoor ball game run under streetlights. Play and dazzle. Careful. Coach the run instead. Just rebound and chat.
Coach.
Yeah,
hype everyone up from the sidelines.
Coach the run. +1 growth. +1 prestige. Okay, we need +1 growth here to get a roster spot, Sam. The shooting machines chatter above our sudden rhythm. The entire center is buzzing with activity. Hauser smiles and racks 2 balls. Green light test ? Rapid fire threes versus Hauser. Instead, work on your shooting form. Offered a rebound for him instead and study his form.
Let's do the rapid fire threes. We have some endurance to burn. It's almost the last day.
We got the 10 growth. Perfect. Now can we keep it? Boss battle. The camp is coming to a close. Joe has been eyeing you all camp, but he's been hard to read. Does he like you? Does he secretly want to choke you out with only hours left? He corners you with a piercing gaze and challenges you to a game of spike ball. Buckle up and throw down is our only option. Joe tells you it is survival of the fittest and you didn't make the cut. What do you mean? We had 10 growth.
I think you need 10 prestige too.
That's crazy. That's impossible.
Wait, what does it say for the 8? What does it say? Sam smiles. That wasn't the scoop he wanted, but you escaped critique.
Tough. All right.
That was cool, though.
No, that was sick. Thank you. Appreciate you, Philip. Let us know if we missed anything in the game, if there's other options. RJ says, RJ's Guide to Stress Management. Afternoon, folks, as we roll into a different flavor of recent Celtics fan experience, I thought I'd share my tips on keeping blood pressure lower. RJ's rules for watching developing players. 1, coaching staff has more data than I do. 2, the coaching staff has more experience in running the team. This includes game management and game player usage and player development. 3, playing time is not a one-to-one measurement of player development. 4, playing successful minutes is better developmental tool than playing more minutes or simply playing more minutes. And then 5, one game doesn't determine a career path in either direction. With those notions in place, I can enjoy what I see on the floor, overanalyze what I see on the floor, argue about what I hope results for my developmental favorites, all while keeping a resting heart rate that Sam would be proud of. Be well, RJ, who will save elevated heart rates for close games. Yeah, I mean, especially in preseason, it's hard to judge developmental guys too much, but yeah.
RJ did. He sent me an extra email earlier in the week for a fan post he did on Celtics blog, and I'll just read it very quick. It was a forgotten tribute. Good afternoon, everyone. As I write this, it's about 24 hours from the first Celtics preseason game, and while the media and fans have made the time to wish our departed heroes well in their next chapters, there's been one legend that has been overlooked. The GOAT of the injury report, Al Horford's left big toe sprain. Others use flashier terms like left hip flexor tightness that had Peyton Pritchard questionable on occasion, or tragic, such as Jason Tatum's Achilles tendon tear, or confusingly multisyllabic, Kristaps torn medial, his weird ankle injury on the night of the second back-to-back game. Al's left big toe sprain delivered the rest the big man needed. No questions asked, least of all by the league offices. Raise a glass, Celtics fans. We won't see it like this again. Be well, everyone. That includes you too, left big toe. So very, very much needed. We should play taps for the left big toe, but sadly we don't have the audio loaded into the StreamYard. But yes, Al Horford and his lingering big toe injury.
Indeed. Rest in peace, the left big toe injury. Shout out. All right, NBA section. Let's jump on over there. LeBron, sciatica. expected to miss 3 or 4 weeks. McMenamin. LeBron's going to be watching while he's out. If they are struggling, that could lead to the next step. When Rich Paul said that LeBron will be watching the Lakers every move because his priority is to win. If they are not winning, LeBron might have to go elsewhere. Sciatic is like a nerve issue. I forget if it's on his left or his right side, but Shams tweeted it out that he's dealing with it. He's going to miss the start of the season. Not a fun injury to be dealing with for LeBron, so he'll miss some time.
No, sciatic is like the kind of thing I always see, like the Facebook reels or reels online of like stretches for sciatica, just because I'm always like looking up different stretches to stay sharp after exercise and everything. So it is funny that he's just battling one of the more common things that like the everyman deals with that they need stretches for. Classic LeBron, though, like lurking from the sidelines, thinking about his next exit, even though he's under contract, and appeared to have no leverage this summer, despite like wanting to make noise in the off season. Like, oh, maybe I'll leave. Didn't seem like anybody was knocking at the door to trade for him. And now that the Lakers have Luka, it doesn't really feel like they care that much about pleasing him, at least like over everything. Like they definitely want everyone on the team to be happy, but they're no longer going to be bending over backwards, it feels.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes for him to come back. I mean, I don't know how good the Lakers are going to be this year. I think having Luka gives you an inherent advantage and just chance to win. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, LeBron out 3 to 4 weeks, dealing with that issue. Giannis, meanwhile, rumor has it that the Knicks and the Bucks had trade talks for Giannis this summer. Brian Windhorst put it out there and talked about it, I believe, or maybe it was just ESPN reporting. Apologies if that's incorrect. But apparently, New York was the only place Giannis was even remotely interested in going this summer if he were to leave Milwaukee. And that wasn't to say he wanted to leave Milwaukee, but if he were going to, it would be to New York. They had trade talks, but none of the Knicks offers were good enough to, get the Bucks to bite even a little bit. So it was kind of just like a moot point. But I don't know. If Giannis does get traded, maybe New York is the only place he'd want to go.
Yeah, he was asked about this the day after the story came out, and this is what he said. He said, first of all, I haven't read the story. When the season started, I tried to get off social media, try and focus on my craft and the team. But yeah, I've said this many times. I want to be in the situations where I can win. And now I'm here. I believe in this team. I believe in my teammates, I'm here to lead this team to wherever we can go, and it's going to be hard. We're going to take it day by day, but I'm here, so all the extra stuff does not matter. I communicated with my teammates, communicated with the people that I respect and love, that the moment I step on this court or in this facility, I wear the jersey. The rest does not matter. I'm locked into whatever I have in front of me. Now, in 6 to 7 months, if I change my mind, I think that's human too. So not the most reassuring answer. Like he gave the PR, I'm here and happy to play, and then at the end snuck in, maybe I'll change my mind down the line here. And over the summer, Milwaukee was the team that probably had us scratching our heads the most with the Dame Wavin stretch, and then Miles Turner was the big solution for them. And meanwhile, they have really no secondary creators on offense where they have to completely rely on Giannis. So it doesn't really feel like they're primed to be very good. But the Giannis tax, as you mentioned, when we did the seeding preview for the season, it might be enough to have them in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Giannis is enough in this Eastern Conference. I don't think it's a coincidence that Giannis's 6 to 7 month timeline is right around like when the playoffs could be wrapping up for a team like the Bucks. So maybe he'll decide next season. But yeah, I think the Knicks thing is interesting. I think the trade rumors and what Giannis said is pretty standard. The 6 7 months thing is weird, but I do think that like what else is he supposed to say to a thing like this? He's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm with this team, and we'll see what the future holds. Basically, the putting the timeline on it is what made it weird. Like if he had just said like I'm here, I believe in this team, I don't know what the future's going to hold, but right now I'm focused on this. That'd be completely normal. We wouldn't even talk about it. The fact he was like 6 7 months from now, we're like, wait, why are you saying the specific timeline of when you could want to leave Milwaukee? Giannis? That's a bit weird. Like I think that's where it got a little bit weird for me, but I don't know.
I think you nailed it at first. Like it's probably just the end of the season. It's just like if this doesn't go well and it's clearly a dumpster fire, maybe we'll have to revisit it. New York has set themselves up with all these large-ish contracts that they could trade, and they're still below the second apron because what did they do? They extended Bridges, and it made it so they were hard capped just below the second apron, which low key was like brilliant. Saves you from spending over that threshold. Maybe they'll be more flexible than the Celtics were when they had all the big contracts, and maybe they can make something work for Giannis. But it doesn't sound like they want to have Brunson in those talks. That was another part of the reporting that came out. And if you're New York, it makes sense why you wouldn't. But at the same time, if you're like a eyes on the road GM type, maybe you should do it. Maybe you should think about it, because I just cannot unsee Isaiah Thomas when we talk about Jalen Brunson. He's definitely a bigger person. He's 6'2" compared to 5'9". He's got 5 inches on him. But thinking about how quickly small guards can decline in the NBA, selling high on Brunson for a guy like Giannis is a quite the big sell.
Oh, I wouldn't sell Brunson. I think Brunson's
No.
a top 10 player in the NBA. I mean, like he's incredible. Like,
but for how
you don't
long?
trade. I don't know, man, but like you want this window to win a championship, you need Brunson to do that, and so you don't trade him for Giannis. Like, and who's gonna they're gonna start Miles McBride? That's gonna be their one. Brunson's at the core of everything the Knicks do. I wouldn't trade him for Giannis. I probably wouldn't trade Towns for Giannis. I would probably say like, hey, we'll give you one of Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart picks, and like some young guys, and like that would be the starting offer, especially considering now the reporting's out there that he only wants to go there. Like, yeah, no shit, I'm gonna overpay for Giannis at that point, right? Like, why would I give you more than that if he has made it clear to you that he only wants to come here? So
I think if you offer that, you just don't get Giannis. They're like, okay,
maybe, and then you're like, fine, all right, see ya, whatever. Like
the Knicks have leverage. You make it. I mean,
the issue with Giannis trades,
as is,
the issue with Giannis trades, who's like. No one's going to give up their 1A for Giannis because they want to pair their 1A with Giannis. Like that, there's no point at that point. Like it's just, do you think your 1A is better than Giannis? Maybe you want to switch it out for the supporting cast, but like, it's a weird, dynamic, because Giannis wants to go to a place he'll win. In order to do that, it's to go to a place with another top whatever player in the league. But then the Bucks are going to want that player back. So it's just silly conversations.
When's the last time we saw a top 2 guy get traded? I feel like I can't tell you the last time. Like, where it wasn't like as of now, it doesn't feel like he's forcing his way out, yet everyone's just afraid he's going to. So every year it's just like, hey, watch out, he might request a trade.
It's just because the Bucks can't put together a competent roster right now, which is tough.
Yeah, it sure is.
All right, Ratless Sam, I'll let you go ahead here.
I feel like I actually don't have that many rat lists. I've just been like at home. I'm trying to think. Rat list. Oh my gosh. I honestly have just been working. Like I'm like kind of in a good mood because basketball season's back. I don't really feel like I need to take out my anger on anybody on the show, at least not right now. I'm trying to think if there's like anything I saw online that pissed me off. I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Fine, I'll fucking talk about it. The LeBron Hennessy rat list. Everybody knew it was some bullshit as soon as he tweeted like tomorrow, big decision coming or whatever the ad was. But yeah, he did an ad with Hennessy, and to everyone's surprise, he's not going to retire. I will say, with the timing of it, it was just within the window. Like, season hasn't started yet, where it was plausible to believe that he could be like, by the way, this is my last season. But at the same time, I just feel like whenever that announcement does come, it's going to have plenty of time for people to get their tickets, plenty of time for people to plan to go see him, teams to plan the goodbye ceremonies. But yeah, it was like annoying to see online, and it was equally annoying to see everybody tweeting like, wow, this is so lame. Like, just don't tweet about it. Like, I didn't even want to talk about it on the show because I was just like, well, do we really need to bring attention? But then here I was up here bombing with no rat list.
You see he's getting sued.
I did see that was actually fire. The dude was suing him because people did go out and buy tickets to that last Lakers game this year, just in case.
Prices spiked, yeah.
Yeah, just in case it would be his last game ever. Actually, like, hilarious wrinkle to the whole story.
Sued him for like $856, like the exact price of the ticket, which is very funny.
Probably win.
No, he's not gonna win.
You don't think LeBron would be just like, here, take $800?
No, because like
It's like giving a penny to the wishing well.
He's not gonna actually take him to court. Like it's not like just not gonna happen, man. Like, you don't win
I want
that
to watch
lawsuit
the
either.
trial.
You wouldn't win the lawsuit. The other like LeBron's defense attorneys would be like, you could just watch from home. Like no one made you buy the ticket, dude. Like, what is wrong with you? And then the lawyer would be like, and then that's it. That's the whole trial. That's it. You should have watched it on your TV. Too bad, elbows. Oh, see you later. I don't know what I want to rat list. Toronto's a cool city. I've enjoyed my
No
time
problems
here.
at the airport.
I mean, just the classic, like people walking in those places are awful.
Yeah.
Like, no problems at the airport though. Flights have
Anybody
been smooth.
recline in front of you on the plane?
One guy did on the first flight, but I couldn't even tell. Like the recliner wasn't like that good, so it didn't really make a huge difference. The second flight was a smaller aircraft. The American Airlines flight that I took, they're smaller than like the big Southwest jet, and so I was a little like cramped, but even that wasn't too bad. So no problems flying so far. I fly out of here at 5:30 today. I'm probably just gonna go sit in a coffee shop for a few hours and work and hang out, and then go to the airport. But yeah, I'm chilling. No qualms, no issues today.
You're not gonna go you're not gonna go see anything today. How much time do
I
you really
mean,
have though? Like I forget. You're an early airport dude, right? Like you want to get there.
I'm an early airport dude, but I also have to leave this place by 11, so I'm just gonna lug my suitcase around everywhere.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
like
true. They
it's
got a
just
metro
like
there.
I think so, yeah. But the airport, I'm flying out of a smaller airport today. I'm taking like a smaller jet than like the big jumbo ones because it was just cheaper and why not? Um, so the airport that I'm flying out of is like a mile from my hotel, so I'm just gonna walk there.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Direct.
Direct hour and a half flight, easy.
Whoa.
Not bad. It was
Pretty
like $200 cheaper than the other option. The only downside is I'm flying out so late at night that it's annoying. But I mean, late at night, I'm landing at 7:30. It's not that bad. A day in Toronto is not exactly what I wanted for today. I want to go home, but no, I have no qualms. The road trip was fun. It was good to be around. Memphis was fine. Dead city though. No one was around in Memphis. It
Sounds
was
like Providence.
empty in the streets. I think Noah tweeted out like, "Oh, this arena's empty," and apparently she got a lot of replies that Wednesday's like Bible study night or Bible night in the South, so everyone was at home. So I guess that's it. But yeah, no problems.
Rat list. For the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long, I fell asleep watching a sport last night. Like made me feel real old, like dad falling asleep in the recliner type thing. Even though I fell asleep in my bed, but I fell asleep in the 15th inning of the Mariners Tigers game 5, and wouldn't you know that the game ended in the 15th inning. So I woke up not knowing who won the game, but I almost made it to find out who won the game. The Mariners won. If you didn't know as a listener,
I watched the end of that game at the arena last night. Then walked back. It was fun. Good game. Yeah, no, that's all I got though. I don't have any more Ross for today. I gotta go shower and get out of here. So
yeah, let's get you out of here. We can wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are here every single day with new content. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up the morning after each game, and other videos are on the channel in between. So stick around through all of it. We also have pregame streams live on the channel now that the games are back half hour beforehand. Me, possibly Jack, depending on how hectic the arena is, and special guest every show will be on chopping it up. So come hang out. Spotify and Apple, we are there too. Full pods and game recaps are up every single time we do them. So subscribe, follow, leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Read them every single time we do the show, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's the name of the podcast. All the streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's Jack's1NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Tic-tac-toe.